Throughout planning and research, and also construction, I used multiple hardware and softwares to either present my work or develop my work. For example, to present some of my work, I use quite a lot of online softwares, which I will show you later. But to make the work, for example, the main page, contents page, and double page spread, I use a lot of Photoshop, where I found a lot of tools which came in handy to use and also make things quicker. For example, the quick selection tool over here, I found that very useful. I use this quite a lot. And basically it just disappears what you want. So as you can see, I highlighted the new inside words. All you got to do is press the backspace and they disappear, which I found very interesting with the main pictures I have on the contents page, where I had to delete the background around them just to have the artist. Also, the editing of pictures on Photoshop I found very interesting. Also very nice and easy. So as you can see, the pictures I have here, they were in colour. They were just plain old pictures, but I then added a border, which I did on Word, and then transferred them back over to Photoshop. But also I edited the picture on Photoshop to make it more interesting, to make it more dark and match the theme of my magazine. The way I did that was double clicking, and it comes up with a load of these different styles you can have, or go onto the filters at the top where you can distort them, render them, pixelate them, anything like that, and changing the colour of them, which I found very nice and interesting because it makes it a little bit more different and not normal. So it makes it more visually nicer for the viewer. Also, I use quite a lot of online softwares. For example, I use YouTube quite a lot throughout construction and throughout the evaluation. This was to upload different videos to make it more easier for my teacher to look at on the blog, so that she didn't have to download a software to watch the video on. She could just go onto YouTube, I embed it onto the blog, and it's there. So one example, I'll show you an example of how to do it. I found it very quick and easy. I've never done this before. So what happens is you just click the video you wanted on your documents and it uploads. It takes a couple of minutes at the most, and it's really easy and simple. You just add in your title to what you want, also your description. So for here, I'll just copy and paste the question 7 bit over there, and then just put evaluation. So that would be the description which will come underneath. So that's uploading, nearly finished. It processes. So if you publish, and then you can view your video there. Usually when you're processing, it doesn't come up, so you have to wait for that to finish. But if I show you a example, so here's one of my questions, question 7. What comes up is you have your video, and then you go down to the sharing area down here, and it comes up with an embed code where you embed that into your blog. So you copy and paste that URL into here, and it just makes it so much more easier for the viewer to look at the video and to view it without having to download a software. So this is a different example. This is question 3, and it just embeds right there. So it's just clickable, and the viewer can just read it really easily. Also, online softwares, I use a lot of SlideShare. This helps with Windows documents and also Microsoft Word documents, and also PowerPoint documents to make them more online. So it makes it easier to view, basically, for the viewer. For example, like I needed to put it into the blog, so this was just an easier way. So to do this, you just have to go on to upload, then it comes up with this. You just click, like I said, like as YouTube, going on to your documents. Just pick a PowerPoint presentation I did for my evaluation, comes up with this, and it loads up like there. You have to choose a category, so I always choose education because that's what it is. And then with the description, basically just copy and paste that into there because that's what it is. And then now that's done, you save and continue, and your file is uploaded right there, and then you have an embed code here. This is your embed code. You embed that into your blog, and it just makes it easier to read. It's like a slideshow. It comes up as a slideshow, and you just click across, and it goes to each page if you did it over multiple pages. So that's really easy and useful. I also did a lot of Prezi work, which was very interesting, which I haven't got open at the moment. Prezi work was very creative in presenting your work. So I have an example here. So let's start a new one. You have to pick a background when it loads up. There you go. So you pick just a simple background, so let's pick that one, use that as a template. So that's your starting point. Then all you have to do is you can zoom in and out, you click to add title, so let's just put evaluation, just for example. And then you have your different parts here where it goes to. All down, you can add a frame, different shapes. You can also insert images, symbols. You can also embed YouTube videos, which is quite helpful. And you can draw extra lines, add music, voiceovers to follow your past if you want it to have if you want to speak over what you're trying to explain. You can customize it as well, so you can change the background if you want. You can also change different theme colours. So if I wanted, I don't know, quite a dark theme colour, it will change to that. It will change the background, also the circles, and the writing as well. So that's very helpful with what sort of mood you want to sort of give off. So with Prezi, it helped me present lots of my written work to add pictures in to explain what I was talking about. I found this very helpful, and my teacher showed it me actually, which was very interesting. So I have used quite a lot of that during my planning and research, also in one question for my evaluation. Also, I use another software called Voki, which I looked back 2 years ago on like the past students to see how they presented their work, and I found that this software gave a bit of a comical side to it, which I found quite interesting. It's something very different from what people have done. So basically, what you have to do is you choose your Voki as such to make it what you sort of want. All I did was, as I edit it, so create new one. All I did was just randomize what I was looking for. So I wasn't specifically doing a certain one. So all I did was just press this little dice in the corner, and it just randomizes your Voki. And you can also customize your character by the person you want it to look like, the hair, the lips, if it's a boy or a girl, makeup, anything. You can change the tone of the voice if you want to type it in, or if you want to speak in what you want it to say. So basically, it was very interesting. And if you go onto the blog, I think it was question 4, I did a Voki on. Yeah, so it comes up with what you do. So you just embed the embed code which you get, which is usually, if you go back, and you have yours, you can share it. So that's forward and sorry, you can share it. So you can enter your code to your site and you can just embed the code in, which I found very helpful. And it just comes up. I wrote the question in there in the text, and then it comes up there, and all you have to do is press play.
Looking back,
and it plays what you written in there. So I already pre-wrote what I wanted, and I just put it into the software for it to generate and then produce that. So I've actually used quite a lot of softwares throughout planning and research and construction, which I found very interesting and also very helpful to present work, to produce work, also to make things more interesting to look at. So that was my question for my evaluation. Question 6. Thank you.